amazing, has the opportunity to dive in. Doesn't want to dive pre-6 so that he can get off to a fairly good start. We've talked so much about the importance of being able to dodge skill shots and how you constantly have to practice. You know, as Bjergsen lands one right on his head. You know, dodging skill shots is something that will cost even the best players in the game. Deft recently getting caught by a lot of death sentences caused them to actually lose the game. Nobody thought that would happen. Pretty big upset. It's happened to Double Lift. It's happened to Turtle. See how well Shifter's able to dodge out in the mid lane.
So many things you got to think of, especially in the bottom lane. Usually you're listening to your support and they're saying, whoa, somebody's coming. You're watching the CS. That's one thing I always give supports credit for. You're auto-attacking. They're the one making the plays. Dyrus and Zion Spartan now trading some noodle shots.
Right.
Oh, dear.
So Zion here, yes, he bullies Dyrus and takes down a lot of HP, but Dyrus knows exactly what he's doing here. He got his 10 CS, so he was up a couple CS there, knew that he was going to burn most of his HP because he wanted to recall at the time the jungler is going to go for their first gank. So that 3-minute recall for Dyrus, timed aggression right there. Dyrus is not always a passive player. He will go aggressive when he sees a window for himself. He goes back to base, gets some more potions, mana on top of his health potions, to return to lane with more sustain. He still hasn't had to use his trinket ward either because he avoided that little window, the 3-minute window of double buff by going back to base. Now though, back on that side of the map, Crumbs returning since they've seen Dyrus, and Zion has done a good job communicating to Crumbs that the ward hasn't been placed.
And this makes it even juicier because if they do take him down, he's got a long walk back to lane for Zion Spartan to pretty much farm this out. So they didn't give him enough of what they wanted, though.
Yeah, that is the drawback of the strategy Dyrus went with. The early teleport being burned by him. It's a gambit. And it looks like it will pay off because Crumbs goes mid.
Oh, the gold card right after the Q. The Vault Breaker hits a few more shots. He gets the satchel charge. That's the auto attack they need. Shifter brings himself in some cash. Woo, that was close.
Great choice from Crumbs there to go back around to mid, seeing that this Ziggs would be pushing his TF in. And he makes Bjergsen pay for trying to abuse that lane, gets in right behind him. Beautiful Vault Breaker from the back.
A nice full charge on that. Zion Spartan returns to lane, and this gives Shifter a little bit of a let's get up and go. He's never one to really die that much, and when you give him the snowball, he's going to start rolling it real fast down the hill.
Ooh, missing that canyon. Not good sign for Dyrus right there.
These are getting a little tougher.
Solo laners actually kind of rage a little bit when they miss their cannon minion kills. Actually,
don't you remember the old Dyrus?
Even
the old Dyrus image where he's calm, he dies, he's gank, he's calm, he misses a minion, and then he's like freaking out.
Yeah, exactly. He returns back to base though on that half cooldown teleport. It's going to be a long walk back. He's trying to power farm and then return to base while his lane is pushed up. Then power farm again, return to base. It's an interesting strategy to go to against a laner like Lulu, who's very annoying for melee laners. Really, he's just trying to kill the minions as quickly as possible, use his health pool and the counter strike, and then return to lane later. It's very effective because it's causing Zion to use a lot of mana to harass Dyrus, and then Zion is not shoving the lane after. Right now, though, it will expose him to ganks.
And here it is again. Right towards the turret, taking a few. Well, there's always one thing about Dyrus. He is consistent in what he does.
Yep. So far he's been able to stay close in CS here, pretty much even, dead even.
Yeah.
But now he is on the back foot, having to wait for his health potions to top him off. And again, Crumbs is in the top side, but Dyrus has been able to ward up.
Yeah. Crumbs might be able to sneak around a Baron wall, but I don't think he'll go for that attempt. So good wards for Dyrus. He'll be safe in the top lane. Shifter still getting pushed back a bit. He is 6, but there's really nothing to work on the Destiny right now. Looks like they want to put some pressure onto him. And a good pink ward placed by Dig gives it up.
Yeah, and
there it is.
Shifter has also gone with the early chalice because he's trying to avoid getting shoved in. Wants to spam his wild cards and have that magic resist to deal with the harass from Bjergsen.
Interesting. Shifter may have gotten a little tell there. Bjergsen started to hover topside mid. And a lot of everybody is upstairs now. You got Crumbs just on the backside of Zion Spartan. Let's see if Crumbs again can alter this featured matchup. Dyrus just
They might go for it right when
Right.
Counter-Strike is down. That's a pretty big cooldown.
They got a new wave.
He's down at half, too. It looks like Crumbs, since they didn't go off that Counter-Strike, Crumbs might be just waiting for a counter gank then.
Right.
Because that would be a pretty good window for him.
Maybe Zion Spartan can get
Yeah,
the
he was just waiting for that
help
counter gank.
Well read by both sides. A little bit of hesitation and safety to be had. He is just able to take Dyrus down chunks each time he hits a glitter lance. Dyrus will be backing. His teleport's up, so right quick back to the lane as it crashes into the turret.
Crumbs really wants to use his level 6 buy, though. As soon as you get that ulti, you want to get one of those ganks off. But he didn't go in with any rash attempt top, and I like that. He showed a little bit of more safety-minded awareness from Crumbs. Let's see, walks all the way down to Dragon, and they've got perfect vision control.
Zion Spartan should actually have teleport up after this, so they are getting a push on the mid lane. No answer here from Team Solo Mid. Crumbs gets himself the Dragon along with the team and his own bucket.
They trade that for solo experience for Dyrus, though. Dyrus gets alone time up in that top lane.
Yeah.
Zion does not have his teleport up. So Zion swinging down to mid lane to cover for that Dragon. A couple of waves given to the Jax, and in payment for that Dragon. TSM actually okay with that trade. Nowadays, though, Dragon worth a lot more, so see if TSM can get anything more out of this.
Dyrus, he's got a ward for himself, and an amazing as well, so it looks like they are easily going to be able to stay down here, already giving the coverage they need. Looks like they're going to get double blue buffs. Very nice.
So they do get more out of it. Not only do they get the lane, couple of waves for Dyrus, but also blue buff. Interesting trade right there. Brings the gold a little bit closer as well.
Start denying one of the key members here, Shifter, what he needs to help the team get rolling. 1 kill for him so far. Crumbs has been doing pretty good, being in the right places at the right time, and Dragon helps make up for a little bit of those losses.
Yeah, really that last decision by Crumbs to not go for the dive and go for the safer Dragon really speaks to his mentality on the new patch. He's been really outspoken about how important Dragons are to him on the new patch, and he really just showed it right there.
Falling behind on Vi.
In the past, he may have gone for that dive, but not on 410. So we'll see if Dignitas actually set up early for the next Dragon as well, because they have the perfect timer on it, whereas TSM will have to estimate it.
This would be a great gank. Double knock-up. Dyrus would get hit. He doesn't even have it warded. Just knows. Spidey sense is tingling. Good nade up top. Bjergsen. I just call it a nade? Wow. That's some old school Counter-Strike.
It's got a more impressive name.
Good Mega Inferno Bomb up top. And we're going to see it cleared out. Dyrus back to lane. He'll be farming it still. It's actually 83 to 63 in that lane now. So Zion Spartan with the pressure. And with Dyrus kind of playing this power farm backing game. Just a bit of CS.
Yeah, interesting how Crumbs actually, he completed his jungle item pretty quickly there. But as soon as he completed it, he went looking for other moves on the map and didn't really hard farm. So he stacked it all the way up. He got his conservation all the way up there. And now he really cashes in. It was waiting there at 80 for a while, though. Again, so much top lane focus here. And Dyrus knows it. He's aware that he has no vision. And Crumbs hanging around. Dyrus is not going to go into experience range until Amazing actually arrives for the defense.
This is a big influx that they can grab, though. If this fight goes in their favor, it's the turret as well. That already goes down. We get a little bit of a cat and mouse game between Amazing and Crumbs, between Tribrush on the top side. He doesn't know if he wants to gank top or gank bottom, but he's pinched between 2 wards right now. Oh, okay. That could be the Assault and Battery.
Whoa.
Dives down in. That's going to be the teleport from Shifter as well. They lock down Dyrus. He doesn't have mana to get in or out. That's Shifter. He's trying to get out of range, but they're still inside the brush with the turret hitting them. Very nice play from Dig to get a little bit more out of this game.
Yeah, calculated. Very strong communication this time around. Deciding to go for it only because Shifter is able to roam top. Strong job punishing this Jax pick. Pretty much how you would want this game to play out on paper so far for Dignitas.
See what they can keep doing. Shifter with a good teleport there. Bjergsen was kind of waiting on Inferno to come back up from that last nade top. So they really played everything perfectly in that window. Dignitas is...
At least call it an Inferno nade or like a Mega nade.
Yeah, next time. There'll be more, I hope.
Mega nade. It's the upgrade Gatorade that Bjergsen drinks. Only sold at Burger King.
Man.
That was too much, wasn't it? Freak castled me yesterday for the first time in a long time. He kind of infected me.
I'm sorry.
Darius is back to his solo farming
We'll
up
sterilize
top,
during this cast.
Okay.
3K gold. Darius doing what he can. He is getting a good push on that lane, though. If he's left there for as long as he can be up there, he's not, obviously, like we said, the aggressive Jax, but he will provide enough pressure to hopefully start spreading Dignitas thin. Zion Spartan's wild growth in these fights is going to be a very big impact because they're going to want that kill immediately. Amazing's going to go in, and then they're going to have all these shields and all this defense from Braum and Zion Spartan.
Yeah, exactly. They've got multiple options. Uh-oh. Crumbs, though, gets caught. He's got no option.
Not very many options on this one. That's going to be Wild Turtle coming over the wall, and they do give the kill to the 80 carry.
But because Dig, before this, were playing the game so well with their battle plan, there's nothing on the map for TSM to capitalize after that kill. The dragon was already taken by Dig. The top lane turret was already taken. Their bottom lane had already shoved up. So Dignitas, with their strong early game, has actually protected themselves against this retribution from TSM in the mid game. Even though it was risky for Crumbs to go for that deep vision, they aren't punished too badly for him getting caught.
I always like to say that, you know, the gold lead gives you time. A little bit of time to make errors, this and that. Obviously, if you die with a Baron, you're okay, but it sucks that you died with a Baron.
Yeah, but we've seen so many teams get the early lead so far this Super Week and then make these mid-game mistakes that actually cost them the game. So this one wasn't punished too badly, but if they continue to make those mistakes, TSM will gladly take that gold and wait for Dyrus on Jax to scale up in damage.
That turned around a little bit, but Dyrus' mana bar is
that
big.
was
He's
a
completely
bold
out.
move.
They miss the wild growth.
Move. Woo. Dyrus is playing with fire.
Whoa,
Yep,
whoa,
is
whoa.
up as well.
No! Oh my gosh.
They can still keep chasing.
So
here,
this
low
is a
on
dragon
mana.
for all this. Zion Spartan being a one-man troop up here. The throw, that's a flash for a flash.
Bjergsen's got
He
him on
wants
the
it
inside
so
track,
much. Yeah, but you got Whimsy coming out for 5 seconds on a blue buff. You're not going to be catching a Lulu. What a
They're
chase.
still going, though. Amazing is going really deep
Oh,
here.
he's going to fake it and back. Is he just going to farm still?
All right,
what
Amazing's just going to steal this blue buff. But yeah, once again, timed for Dignitas here. They get the second dragon out of that. And all that commotion top. TSM more distracted.
That's getting spread thin right there. Who is going to be able to split push harder? And it's Zion Spartan.
And they immediately move from dragon up to mid lane. Dignitas capitalizing on Zion Spartan. This is one of the things that people really wanted to see when Zion was on coast, because Zion could draw so much attention up to himself in a top lane. He's bullying Dyrus. He's getting very deep in TSM territory. This time around, when all of TSM are attracted to that top lane, Dignitas punished them really, really quickly for it. Very clean execution from Dig. Dragon and mid turret, huge for them. They really want to take this mid game and run with it.
Zion Spartan's really good in those tight moments of just kind of being able to somehow dodge 3 or 4 people. Remember him on Nasus, taking down inhibitors by himself in 3v1 situations on coast. He loves that style of play. Puts himself in that environment and thrives. Now we have the lane pushing into Cutie Pie. He's going to try and get some free farm in the top lane now. Let's see what he can get out. The Triforce finished. Wild Turtle rushing that Infinity Edge for his Lucian. Slow moving now for Dig as they got a little bit of what they wanted, and now they kind of have to get the ward coverage out to take some more. TSM's going to start clearing that, though.
And they actually also just pulled a very nice lane swap here. Because they want to get more farm onto Cutie now, sending Hin up top after that long wave pushed up to their turret. They put pressure on the last perimeter turret here, with Zion going down bottom. Supplemented by Kiwi Kid's crowd control. This is a very, very frustrating bottom
Dyrus already
lane
did
to
like
get
the
out.
1v1.
TSM would have to work very hard to evict Zion and Kiwi from this bottom lane. They're going to try, though. The Jax and Jarvan combo here are going to do their best to hold on.
You can tell.
Their best is not good enough, though.
Crumbs clearing out the bottom side of the jungle, so they feel a little bit safer to split push in that area. Whoa! Did he just flash for that, but he almost like negated his distance. Glebe gets out of that one alive. That was weird. Zion Spartan's gonna move. He'll be safe. Whimsy gets his red buff slow off. A little bit of a misengage there.
Yeah,
Destiny was used as well.
A lot of tools blown
Yeah.
for Dignitas there, and Glebe's even able to get out alive with just his flash. Being patient there. It's flat. It's a cool move to do the Vault Breaker flash.
Oh yeah.
But in this case, he knew that there was.
Oh! The Q! He jumps! Oh, he bops him right in the head!
Zion getting punished there for the no armor build.
He's all right.
Zion was just going super hard push. He got maximum cooldown reduction with the mana regeneration, so he can just shove waves over and over. But Dyrus, in those range versus melee matchups, a lot of the time the range can bully the melee champion early on, and if left alone. However, the melee almost always has the kill pressure. And Dyrus has finally been able to take advantage. There's the familiar sound.
Jack's a fickle champion to
Can
fight.
TSM get to the point, though, where Dyrus is able to be the stronger split pusher?
It's been a while since we've seen Dyrus kind of be the dominant titan in a game. Back when he used to play Jace and just crush people. Back when his Shyvana was the one to be the initiation and the strength and not just teleport into an already occurring fight. So we may see him kind of changing, turning over a new leaf.
He's definitely getting there. The Blade completion will help him out a lot. Just finishing that Blade of the Ruined King. Now he has that extra slow to go for the all-in with Zion Spartan. See if he can actually 1v1 him again.
Support Wars next at 11.
And then again at 12. And then again at 1 a.m. It's going to be a long fight.
20 minutes into this one. Good fight from both teams so far. Definitely wanting the win right out of the gate. A little bit more from Dignitas. Crumbs has some good moves towards the mid lane, but hasn't really shut down Bjergsen too much. 230 to 168 in farm in that lane.
Yeah, he has been able to shove Bjergsen there. But the ultimates from Twisted Fate were fairly strong. Shifter with the one
Shifter's
top.
made the moves he's needed to, though, to be very helpful to the team.
Controlling that mid decently.
Got the Zanyas quite quick for a little bit of playmaking.
And let's check in on those support wars, because really what happens with the support wars, results are shown on the map with where the vision control is. And this time around, Kiwi has also enlisted Cutie Pie to help him. So they're going with the duo trying to get vision here and defending the wards that Kiwi Kid risked his life to put down. Cutie Pie is going to help him out there.
Uh-oh.
No flash this time for Glebe, remember.
Oh, he used the shield to stop it up. Cutie Pie's hit the long-range Bio Arcane and the Living Artillery. Kog'Maw isn't supposed to get a double kill. That's not what TSM wanted to see.
Kiwi running low on HP there, but we just saw one of the reasons why so many of these North American teams have recently been having so much success with Twisted Fate.
Yeah.
The ward wars are such a good way to pick a fight with these teams that are not paying attention. They seem to be forgetting about Twisted Fate's ultimate, the cooldown being up so often, and they continually get engaged on over these fights for very small objectives. Just that one ward in the Pixel Bush, the huge, Rob Shield, we talked about the power of that, blocking everything that Glebe can throw out. And the great engage as well, we got a preview of it here. Woo! Close one.
Squeeze tight.
So yeah, we got the preview of the Vibe plus Twisted Fate right there.
Yeah.
TSM definitely going to have to watch their step now. As we said, with the Twisted Fate on Dignitas, they have that extra tool for catching people out in the mid game. And with all the turrets now down, we're going to see more of this. Dig slowly moving up their line of wards into TSM territory. And then if TSM try and fight them over that line of wards, then Dig will go with the hard engage. And if it's jump right back in.
If it's not even over the line of wards, you're seen by Living Artillery or Destiny to find you out. They have a lot of options. very, very safe play. And like you said, the wards from Dignitas have pretty much been since day one of the summer split. Crumbs has kind of been loving that vision, even more since the spring split.
And we saw him die once for it already. When
Yeah.
early game, he was going to put those down. But those deep wards do pay off for them later if he's able to get them down.
Gotta have the money to place them. It's a dangerous, dangerous thing. 6,000 gold, though. That lead has been going up quite fast. Amazing. Very good mental play here. He's going to go ahead and get some vision. But wow, instantly taken down to half HP from just a few hits.
At what cost, Riv? At the cost of half of his life. Bjergsen, though, at least he has blue buff for TSM's sake. Trying desperately to wave clear.
Zion Spartan gets some great vision in the top lane of 3.
Oh yeah, he gets to watch that double golem twins getting taken down.
Very good ping coming out from Team Solo Mid. They're saying it seems like it would be free now to clear wards out, but he needs a buddy. That's going to be Wild Turtle, it seems. We'll just hover up with Glebe, and they're safe. Zion Spartan in the bottom lane to start clearing out. Looking at that matchup, still 199, 174. Not too bad, and we've seen Dyrus in the 1v1 start to come back strong.
Yeah, if worse comes to worse for Zion, though, he can always just hug his turret.
Yeah.
You know, he's building
Right.
for the team fights, and, you know, he's got cooldown reduction, mana regeneration, and now working towards death cap. So he'll be extremely effective in team fights. In the 1 versus 1, pretty much all he has to do is clear these waves out. So he's got plenty of AP now for his Glitter Lance. He can continually clear out the waves that Dyrus pushes up to his turret. As long as he's able to hold his ground under the turret, Zion's doing his job.
Well, it could be quite a long time, Kobe. Both times these teams played has gone over 40 minutes, so we'll be in for a treat.
And Dig, they keep on burning a lot of their health on these Baron attempts, when really, I feel like they should just be baiting more since they've been able to... Whoa!
Hello, can anybody close that distance though? Kiwi Kid thrown out a Fisher, so they get a little bit of ground movement from both teams. Amazing throws out the cat, Kiwi Kid with the Fisher. Safe
Couple
on both
ultis
sides.
for ultis. Shifter flashed
Shifter
down.
did flash. That'll be nice for them to have next time.
Zion doing his best to annoy Dyrus in his attempts to farm. Teleport is up for both of these.
Oh, there goes Destiny in the mid lane. Throwing out the red card on a turtle. He gets over the wall with Relentless Pursuit very nicely. Actually flashed for that one. And it looks like the team is going to be holding strong for Dignitas in mid. They are low as they back off of this one.
Yeah, both of their hard engages cooldowns blown here. Twisted Fate ultimate, Vi ultimate, not going to be there. And Braum had used his earlier, so there was no follow-up. Sort of the third round of CC from Dig, not able to lock down TSM. And TSM, they're on the back foot, but that was a good sign that they were able to escape that engage in the 4 versus 4. It's up really to Dig to, again, force this issue of the vision war. That's the safest way for Dignitas to try and catch out TSM.
We just saw him do it to Glebe. It was a double kill for AmaCutiePie as they went up towards the blue buff. Zion Spartan and Kiwi Kid safely rushing down middle, and this huge change in that. That was 78 before, 78% in favor of TSM, now 56-44.
Dignitas have something in mind right now because Zion has got his blue elixir. Mid-game blue elixir. I think that means he must have also completed his death cap. No. Yes, he did. So he completed his death cap, and immediately that increases the value of your elixir because you do get that extra bonus added to your
percentage,
elixir too. So it's even more efficient of a buy. And Zion has a very big power spike right now with that sitting on him. But
this
is going to have to return to try and defend against Dyrus.
Destiny's almost up. You can see that Dignitas is trying to clear around the Baron area. This looks like they're trying to do a little bit more of the take instead of lose their HP to Baron. The take works. Glebe goes down. But this is the answer now from TSM. Is it too much for Dig to handle? Amazing is quite tanky. Gets a nice Q to shred out both Crumbs and Kiwi Kid, but there's no follow-up.
And look at the patience from Dig. They make the call for Zion to hold his teleport. Even with the threat of the Jarvan Jax hard engaging and sticking to Dig, they had the confidence to escape that and come away with a huge lead. Not only did they get the kill, but the teleport advantage is going to be very, very big for them.
Oh, man. This is going to be huge. They're going for Dragon. Zion's got a gigantic wave in the bottom lane, and now there's pressure to Baron. TSM is spread so thin, they can't even get one person over to Baron.
Crumbs with that Trinity Force build, really risky.
They get Shifter in, trying to micro in that damage. You can't really do the aggro dance with Baron. He's just gonna hurt, but Dignitas prevails. They grab Baron at 27 minutes in.
And how did they start that off? The Vision Wars. This time, they didn't start attacking Baron. They waited for the pick first. They got the pick onto TSM, and after that, returning for their prize. So they have to do the work first, and then you get to go for Baron.
Great map movement all around from Dignitas, giving them everything they need. They've been able to keep that 6,000 gold lead. Still very slow in the turret game. The map pressure is kind of just wavering back and forth between objective team fights right now. But I guess that's helping Team Solo Mid, really. If Dyrus can start getting a lot bigger from those fights, from just being alone all the time, he's going to be wreaking havoc in these fights.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be too late for him, though, because Zion is so strong right now with all the global gold that Dignitas have been holding on to this whole game.
That's true, and he's up, yes.
He's now working on armor. So he went with that full team fight build, and now he's got the arm guard working towards that Zanya. So he's extremely strong right now, even in comparison to Jax, who's almost at the double item power spike. It might never get to the point for TSM, though, where they really get to use him effectively as a split pusher.
Yeah, Sheen was actually just built 8 minutes ago. That would have definitely been a nice power spike to have. But like you said, with the armor, Zion Spartan will be happy to take some empowered shots.
And even if Dyrus does get that strong, a 2 offensive item Jax is not that great in the late game team fights, because Dyrus can get CC'd by the Braum counter engage, plus Lulu can use her ult defensively. She doesn't have to use it on Crumbs when he goes in. They can save all of these tools for a late game Jax. If Jax does become a problem, they have plenty of crowd control to deal with him. Whimsy, Braum, everything. They have a lot of options here for Dig. It's looking very strong for them.
Turn him into a little dragon. Do whatever you want. Good push here on the wave. This is going to be a hard turret to secure here. TSM. There's the teleport in. Somehow Zion Spartan got the turret on himself, actually. Dyrus jumps out of that, throws down his ultimate to Grandmaster, though. Here comes the Mega Inferno Bomb in. They throw out the ultimate when it can still be used for the fight. We'll see if Dignitas can hold strong in this. They're getting great damage on the turret for the amount of what's been used. Can they keep pushing?
Yes, sir. Take down the turret. The Baron buff going to regenerate them as well, so they don't have to return to base right now. All 3 lanes pushing for them. They can easily rotate over to another objective. Top outer is the last outer turret that is standing for them. Oh, never mind, mid turret as well. That one's still here.
Really great control over the map as Dignitas has been getting when they have their wins. If they can fall into this mark, it usually is theirs. That's their weakness coming kind of into the summer split, is if they don't get ahead early, will they be able to kind of recuperate? Do they have a team that they build in Champion Select that can recuperate? It's starting to become a harder thing as the games get longer.
Yeah, it looks like this game, Dig really have had the superior plan all game long. Shifter going with the hard engaged Twisted Fate for just wave clear and the initiate, pushing Xanyas into death cap after his Athenes and not going for the split push Lich Bane because they have Zion who can hold his own and just go for the wave clear. Really, they've been using this Twisted Fate for picks, not for split pushing. And the picks have been effective. Every time he comes in, usually targeting Dyrus, they've been able to pick him off in the side lane and grab an objective afterwards.
Cutie Pie going for Blade to the Rune King into Triforce here, and then the Infinity Edge for Kog'Maw. Knowing the game will go a little bit later, he has time to build that up. The Giants bout built up on Crumbs so he can get a few more safer initiations and hopefully live a little bit longer. TSM's just trying to clear out. They have the power to stop these sieges. Bjergsen's on Ziggs, and we haven't seen too much from him. He's been farming his face off, so we're still waiting to see an impact from the damage he can provide.
Yeah, they're trying to have Shifter just stall the game and wave clear for the team while they try and power up Dyrus. But again, even Dyrus still has his hands full. Zion with those completed Death Camp plus Athenes.
Not many moves they can make right now. Ward's all in. Dignitas has complete control of this jungle. Pinks, greens, everywhere. TSM should not be able to start grabbing these, but they are getting some damage on that top turret, and losing a ward for the turret will be fine with that.
Yeah, as seen by the ward placement, Vision Wars.
Yeah.
Won by Kiwi Kid and Dignitas. By the way, it's not just Kiwi Kid. You know, he's sort of the star of the Vision War, but Crumbs is definitely
Hit the turret.
doing his part as well.
Still the very slow push. Dignitas giving TSM some room to breathe.
I'm really surprised, actually, that TSM did go back to this strategy, because they were talking about how they were not even really happy, even though they won the game yesterday. They didn't really like that style of waiting for the split push jacks. But again, it was left open, so they went right back to it. May have been them getting in their own heads trying to deny jacks from Zion.
Well, one thing TSM can do is kind of keep a consistent mind. They won't kind of fall out of the split push jacks. They won't try to just do something crazy and forget the composition they're trying to run. Some teams in a late game fall into that. They stretch themselves into an area where maybe we can try this, and when they would have just gone with the split push, that would have worked. TSM's a team that can keep their head
Dragon
in
seems to
line.
be luring TSM out into the map. This is an opportunity for Dignitas, once again, to go with a TF initiate into a Vi ulti.
Ooh.
They just go for the mid rush
Drive
here.
down mid lane.
They'd rather take the turret, and they've got TSM in a bad spot. TSM cannot defend that outer one.
This would be huge for Dig to grab. Then they can freely move between these outer turrets. So much harder for TSM to stop now.
Whoa.
Turtle, holy macaroni. That's some HP.
That is an Infinity Edge Kog'Maw right now. He's got Infinity Edge plus his Trinity Force.
Oh, wow. Those few shots allow them to take an inhibitor turret as well. The inhibitor is going to be going down. Dignitas deciding to drive straight down middle. Gets 3 structures for themselves. And a great stop from Zion Spartan. They're going to be able to go to whatever lane they want, or at least clear out all these pink wards in the jungle and then reset.
TSM with a little bit of a miscall after that dragon.
Yeah.
You know, taking the dragon and trading it for this the last outer turret in mid is not the worst situation, but not immediately recalling after by canceling that, they aren't even able to defend their inhibitor turret. And really, that's the biggest thing for TSM. When you have Ziggs, the hardest thing that you should be defending are your inhibitor turrets, because those are ridiculously hard for teams to actually crack through in the late game, even if they are this far ahead. But if you are out of position for 1 second there, Dignitas immediately take down that inhibitor turret, and that is going to be a clear path for them.
Oh, man. I was just about to say Dig would have had a great fight. We just had Mega Inferno Bomb come back up from being used on the inhibitor, but Dignitas has been kiting the fight on this one. Vision coming from Living Artillery, walks into the bush, gives up Dyrus as well. They already have a ward on the other side, so I guess it doesn't matter. There is the ultimate. Cutie Pie's in there. Amazing's trying to help, but he gets shredded down immediately. Turtle's on the outside, providing a great culling, but it's not enough to finish the job. And TSM's left pretty much spread out and looking at that fight from the outside.
Yeah, Amazing goes down. Even though TSM can chase Dig off, getting them low, again, no kills secured, no gold gained, and they don't have the power on the map to take any objective after this.
And Dignitas is giving themselves so many more options to create chaos in these fights. Let's look at this one more time.
So they focus onto the Kog'Maw. Amazing sees Kog'Maw right there, so he's like, great, I can catch this Kog. They land the bubble onto him, but look at the deeps coming out from the rest of Dignitas. Just blow up the tank. Good wave as well. Everything really that they wanted to hit Cog did.
Yep.
And Shifter as well in the line of fire gets taken low. But Dignitas were able to take down frontline Amazing just so quickly that TSM can't grab anything after. This Baron going down very quickly, by the way.
Teleports are up. Dyrus just jumped on Zion Spartan in the bottom lane, so they're not teleporting into this. It's already been grabbed Baron on to Dignitas. The Whimsy in. What a shield that Zion Spartan gets. He's going to get some help from Shifter. They're going to lock down Dyrus, and they are going to lock down a long, strong mid push. Well, actually, I guess they're going to the side lanes. Mid's still down.
That's just TSM getting frustrated with this game. They know that it's really spiraled out of control for them. And Dyrus trying to make a play. This Zion doing a really good job, though. Number one thing people talk about with Lulu is how annoying he is to play against. Zion knows he's not really trying to just straight up 1v1 kill Dyrus. He's toying with Dyrus, harassing him, and waiting for Shifter to come in. He knows he has his teammate to back him up. Even if Shifter hadn't come at that right time, Zion might have even been able to finish that himself as well. So,
especially with the Baron buff.
Dig really with this game in hand.
Dignitas definitely very good at controlling their lead. Now up to 12,000 gold.
I have to say, there's
11,000.
so many different faces that we see from Dig, and this is the most calm that we've seen them execute a game in a while. At no point did they start to panic. At no point did they start to rush their calls.
Whimsy, such a great just counter to that, or counter strike, if you will. You're still having it after you're stunned. If you use it before it goes off, Dyrus just cannot get himself into the spot he wants. Crumb's going a bit ham under the turret, but they get one more shot on it. Oh, the wild card! Tag's amazing in the end. Cutie Pie a little too close for comfort. Shifter's got his gold card, though. They're safe to stay, and they're still on the inhibitor turret.
That was 3 versus 4
Ruh-roh.
up in the top.
That's
as well.
close. Getting a little too confident here.
Dyrus wants vengeance.
You gotta chase him. You know, Whimsy. He turned you into a dragon. He's gone. 38 minutes in. TSM struggling to get Dignitas out of their base. Dyrus goes in hard on this one.
Yeah.
Look at a stun up.
Everybody just feels bad. Dyrus now.
Just when you think you got away. Have Cutie Pie pushing mid now. Dignitas full control here on the game as they drop the middle inhibitor turret. Only a matter of time now before day 2 of Super Week kicks off with a Dig win.
You know, Scar also talked about in the interview how a lot of the times in North America, the teams are getting exactly what they want, both sides. And then it's really just up to execution of both teams and how that team wants to play. Dignitas definitely with the better execution this time around. Crumbs, though, he's going to get executed himself.
Almost.
Not quite able to get the turret in time.
Too bad, so sad. Comes up very close. 8-3. 3 more turrets rest on the map for Team Solo Mid. That's just gold in the pocket for Dignitas. About to win the game. Let me take a Wraith can.
All right, now they're just padding their team numbers for fantasy. Collecting all the gold on the map. Chalk up another dragon for Dig, because they are going to be rich when they go back to base after this one.
See what the gold is. 17,000 to 14 just in that mid lane. A 3K gold lead for Shifter. 2K coming in for Cutie Pie over Wild Turtle. 3K for Zion Spartan. Just far and ahead.
4K for Crumbs. Everybody, 2 to 4K gold leads across the board for Dig members. And Crumbs kind of proves his point, you know, talking about how important early dragon control is to him.
Yeah.
That chain of global gold that they were able to secure.
And for him, a much more controlled game in general. I kind of wins when he picked up that Vive. Like we said, that was a 0-5-1 game last time. He still, you know, tried to go for the full damage build as we saw Dexter doing. And it just showed that Crumbs had a bad game, because right now he's putting his foot down. And he's been, 1, 2, and 4, but he's been in the right spots to facilitate this 9 and 4 huge gold lead that his team has.
And some smart choices from him definitely throughout the game as well. And yeah, now transitioning into that tank.
Yeah.
Randuin's, even in the nerfed state, pretty much one of the go-to armor and health items. Still not quite sold on the early Sunfire capes.
Ooh. It's like 600 shield coming out for Zion Spartan. Easily taking up a few shots on the turret. Does a little damage still. Dyrus getting Angar. He wants to do some damage. Whoa, Amazing goes in. Dyrus was in the mid lane, so they don't even get a full crowd control lockup. Kiwi Kid's gonna get hit up. Turtle's able to heal himself quite nicely with the help of Glee, but that's another inhibitor turret going down, Kobe. They're about to run amok in TSM's base.
And you can see how safe Dig were still playing. Even though Kiwi Kid about to go down, Lulu shields, Lulu ultimates all go to Cutie Pie. They don't even want to risk getting him low on him.
Yeah.
Kiwi Kid, though, might not be so happy about that one. Speaking of fantasy points.
5-0-3, shift to the god, still alive somehow. He only died a few times yesterday.
Well, he's been playing,
Himself alive.
you know, fairly safe and calculated with that twisted
That's
mid as
true.
well. He hasn't gone for the risky.
Even with the Zanyas.
Yeah.
Zanyas! There, dodges out the bubble on the edge of his seat. Shifter stays alive on that one. Kiwi Kid has gone down previously, but you see Dig is still in the base despite that. Feels controlled, and they have minions pouring in from every single lane.
Good thing Loco did not go double or nothing on that bet with Skara. Because Dignitas
man.
really seemed to have TSM's number. What would be double or nothing on a bowl cut?
I don't know. I don't even have anything good enough for that. You gotta get Freak on the desk.
I guess you'd have to redo the bowl cut, as the first one, not very bowl-like anymore.
It'd be like just half of your head is a bowl cut and the other head is shaved vertically down the middle. Yeah.
No, he's just got to wear an actual bowl on his head for the next week.
Nice.
All right, Dig finally, though. With all inhibitors down, everything on the map taken, they have to go finish this game now. There are really like no other options. Well, Crumbs is farming the jungle still. Crumbs is farming white right now. What are you doing? You don't need that money.
How do you make your fans happy? You give them fantasy points.
There's nothing else for him to buy.
Hell, I have
oh
Shifter.
my God.
I have Shifter and Zion. I'm smiling.
All right. Well, if you have the Dig team, you get points for all of the objectives that they take. So another Baron would
I have
be
Team
big.
Solo Mid.
Ah.
Oh, man. Dignitas back on Baron 43 minutes into this one. And it's going to be dead quite fast. TSM still kind of trying to put out the fire in their base at this point. Woo! 14,000 gold lead coming in strong as Dig looks to drive to the Nexus.
Oh, man.
Nope,
They're
never mind.
taking
Red bomb.
everything. They have to clean the whole map.
When you
before they go in.
when you party this hard, usually you clean
Okay.
up before you leave.
There you go. That's just common courtesy.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't just leave. That's rude. You got to deliver. 10-5, Dig looking to deliver here. Hopefully, this is going to be another inhibitor going down. I think this is the third time mid has gone down.
They're
A good
just-
fight being put up by Team Solo Mid here, but Dignitas, they're giving them a little too much breathing room at this point.
Reveling in their success so
Yeah.
far. Dig with the complete victory.
There we go. Just because the camera pans to the Nexus doesn't mean Dig wants to. Finally, Cutie Pie's on the turrets. We're going to get one down, a 15,000 gold lead. The last initiation TSM wants to throw in. They're going for broke. A great ultimate by Crumbs. They're able to lock down Amazing. He goes down. Bjergsen's going gold for just a few before he goes into the coffin as well. The triple kill coming out. Shifter looking for another Penta possibly, but he is very low, and the Nexus will be even lower. Dignitas takes down Team Solo Mid. So there's a win that took a while with a smile.
Yeah. Dignitas pretty happy with that one. They've been feeling like they had that one in the bag for a while here. Very well executed.
Yeah, it was.
Really just one single hiccup was it. And it was only a single kill that they kind of gave away with Crumbs going for the riskier vision.
Right.
But really, other than that, what a strong game from Dig.